Step 2 in building your own personal brand. We've had the entrepreneurial awakening. You're staying up at night. You're using your 5 to 9 as much as you're using your 9 to 5. This is where all of that stuff, all those ideas, all that enthusiasm comes to start to take shape. So the first thing that we do is define our why. Why are we doing this? Define the vision. Understand, what is it about you that wants to become an entrepreneur? What about you is missing? Where is that thing living in you, and why is it there? Is it because you're watching others around you build businesses and you feel jealous or envious of their freedom or the money they're making? If that's the reason, I would stop right there and probably reconsider. If you have something weighing on you, like you feel you can help people, you feel that there's a huge problem that you have personally that you feel others might have the same, if you feel like you can really make a bigger impact and you feel held back or shackled or handcuffed based on the 9 to 5 that you're currently in, that's probably a better indication that you're probably ready to start building a business. Now it's time to start thinking about, what is that thing? Why are you doing this? Why do you want to help people? Identifying your core motivations beyond money. It doesn't always come down to money. It could be freedom. It could be finances. It could be family. It could be leaving a legacy. It could be wanting to help people, wanting to serve, wanting to give back. There's so many other more core reasons that are so much better and more meaningful than money, that you'll be so much more fulfilled going through that path than just saying, I saw my buddy start a landscaping business, he became a millionaire over 10 years, I can probably do that too. No, this course is not for you. Entrepreneurship is probably not for you. If you're just chasing the quick dollar, I would encourage you to spend a little more time and look more introvertedly and understand why you're doing this in the first place. The best way I like to do this is to call the funeral test. What legacy do you want to leave? It doesn't have to be a self-fulfilling thing saying, I want my name on buildings, I want to become the next Warren Buffett, I want to become the next Elon Musk. This is more, what can you create that can serve others, that can help other people, that they can lean into, subscribe to, download, and what can they interact with as part of your IP that you've learned through your experience that might be able to add value to other people. If you take that lens and you're leaning with your why, it becomes a whole different scenario when you go to scale. The mission becomes clearer, the vision of your company becomes clear. You're able to attract talent and new customers and prospects in a way that you're leading from why. Simon Sinek does an amazing job of this. Steve Jobs does an amazing job of this. If you get down to the core in its most simple form of what motivates you beyond money, then you can really start helping people and craft your message and go after avatars and do all the other things that we're going to train in this course. But step 2 is defining your why. So take a minute, sit back and think about, why am I even interested in this? Not to see the Ferraris and the flashy people and the fake private jets and the fake private yachts all over Instagram. This is why you. Why were you called to serve others through the means of building a business? What does your IP, your experience, your relationships tell you about why you should be helping others in this capacity? Have people reached out to you for help saying, hey, you're really good at this one thing, can you coach me for that? Have people reached out to you saying like, hey, you have a real skill here and there's a real need over here, how can you cross that chasm to add real value to people? So when you're defining your why, come up with the value that you can actually give to others as your legacy. What can you leave behind through your IP, your experiences, your relationships over the years, maybe in corporate America, that you can add value to others? That is the legacy. It doesn't have to be your name and your personal brand flashed all over the place. That's vanity. That's not service. We're in the why business because we want to serve others based on the gifts that we were given and the opportunities that we have afforded ourselves through hard work, through relationships, through life experience, and all those things. So before you go create a course, go create a business, go become a consultant, start the landscaping company, define your why statement. Why am I doing this? Who can I help? Why do I feel called or compelled to do this versus the other 8 billion people in the world? Why are you uniquely fitted and purpose-driven to build that mission and to help other people? So number 2 is define your why and start to create the vision for how you can serve others and what value you uniquely can bring to people at scale.